as their Redskins get set to match up with Matthew Stafford and the Detroit Lions. The final playoff push is upon us. It's Week 12 of the NFL season, and we're underway on EA Sports. This is fielded a couple yards deep. Solid return, pretty good field position. They'll start at the 32-yard line.
The Redskins take over first and 10 at their own 32-yard line.
From the 32 now, here's first and 10. From the gun, it's Allen. Throw to the right here, taken in by McLaurin. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. Right off the bat, it's a first down to start the drive, 12 yards.
Washington Redskins, first down. First and 10 at the 44-yard line.
Hey, check, buddy! Check by 21. Come on, let's go. Jim.
Here's Allen on first and 10. This to McLaurin out on the left side. 20. Touchdown, Washington. Terry McLaurin, his fourth touchdown on the year. And they are able to strike first here on their opening drive. Well, if they didn't get the wake-up call before the game, they got it right now. 2 plays already in the end zone.
I think of it in boxing terms because whether it's a big shot with your first one or a probing one, a little bit of a jab, the second one was the payoff. That was the big one that landed. 1-2, end zone.
The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. This is taken about 7 yards deep.
We got this. At their own 25-yard line.
Stafford and the Lions now have it first and 10 at their 25-yard line. A look at Kerryon Johnson, second-year man out of Auburn. And he'll be upended at the 28-yard line. Just a 3-yard gain there.
That's what I'm talking about.
When we see those runs to the perimeter, when we see those runs to the edge, we think about big breakers, don't we? In this case, it was a modest gain, but it does open up possibilities here on second down.
56 is the mic.
On second down now, it's Johnson. A pickup of about 3 yards as he's taken down at the 31. And it's Reuben Foster in on the tackle.
A 3-yard pickup. And it's
Red 80. Free ball.
From the gun on third down, Stafford. Escaping the pressure right. And he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. Reuben Foster, the former national champion at Alabama, gets in for the sack.
They just gave up a sack there, and if I'm not mistaken, they gave up 4 last week, didn't they?
Yes. And just looking really porous, aren't they?
They really are, and I'm wondering if they're going to have to start thinking about keeping the tight end in, maybe a back, someone to help assist, because right now, their quarterback's been getting hit a lot in the last couple of games.
At their own 19-yard line.
The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. And still a lot of football to be played in this season. We're only in November. A lot can happen between now and January. But if it ended today, they would just be on the outside of the playoff picture. And got his man complete. The 20, 10, touchdown, Washington. DK Metcalf, 81 yards. yards. And the Redskins get the quick strike touchdown. That's an early touchdown grab for last week's NFC Offensive Player of the Week. He was so electric, and they talked about it all week long. Have to try to contain him.
And now for him, being able to focus on the task in hand and not just immediately assume that last week it totally carries over, but you got to like the start that he has, showing those great hands that we've seen from him throughout.
And he'll wind up about 4 yards shy of where he would have been if he had taken a knee, as they'll start at the 21-yard line. The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. Already down 2 touchdowns here in the first half. This becomes a pretty important drive, doesn't it?
It certainly does, and a lot of the teams script plays. We know that, right? They didn't have a script to start the ball game, and typically those scripts go between 12 and 24, 25 plays. Down 2 touchdowns early, probably not very deep into their script. I think that they'll stay with it. I don't think they'll abandon it just yet and try and generate some offense on this drive.
Anything. At least 3 points. Get that 0 off the board. Looking for Jones, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 33. And his guys are going to get the football at the 37-yard line. So more problems here in this first quarter. Already 2 scores down, and here they give away the football.
And if I'm the head coach, I think it's time to start lighting a fire under some of these guys. Now, you have to do it within your personality. They can't perceive it as fake, but I'd go get after some guys because they don't look ready to play to me. They look flat, uninspired. It's time to get moving.
Throwing on first down, but this one winds up to be incomplete.
You get a tight end like this, and you know he's used to dishing out punishment, but here, he's one that has to absorb the contact, and as a result, unable to hold on to the football.
Line of scrimmage, again the 37 as they line up 2nd and 10. To throw again, Allen. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Harmon. And he'll be upended at the 33 following a gain of 3. And guess what? It brings up 3rd down. In danger of squandering their great field position as they come up on a 3rd and 7. Working out of the shotgun. Here's Allen. Open man is Metcalf. He's got it. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. 17 yards that time at a Washington first. A pretty sizable deficit here in the first quarter. This defense probably need to get off the field in those situations on 3rd down.
And you and I both know in this huddle before that last 3rd down play.
And that is caught. Touchdown, Washington. Kelvin Harmon with his first career NFL touchdown. And the Redskins are able to stretch the lead out further. Boy, these guys are off to the races, Charles. 20-0 already, extra point pending.
Yeah, you always hear that term. They just boat race someone. Heck, it's car race, motorcycle race, plane race, whatever you want. Right now, they are sprinting past them.
This is taken about 7 yards deep. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. And some dangerous territory. You're already down 3 scores. A 3-and-out here, or an inability to put any points up. This one might be over by half.
Yeah, and what you also have to guard against is calling every play for a big shot downfield. You know, thinking you're going to get all these points back on one drive. You're not. And last time I looked, it's still the first half. I'm not saying you have ultimate patience here, but you also don't have to go ahead and force everything either.
Rush coming, and he's taken down.
Brandon, if I'm an offensive coordinator and I see an all-out rush like that, I file it away because I'm going to use their aggressiveness against them as this game goes on. I'm going to hit them with a screen soon.
After the sack, Stafford and the Lions come up on a 3rd and long situation. The shotgun snap for Stafford. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. First down, Detroit, 16 yards on the pickup.
First down, Lions.
And I know you can't really see it, but that play spells frustration with a capital F for the guys on defense. They covered everyone else, end up going to the running back out of the backfield, and he picks up a back-breaking first down.
And now a throw on first down there, but it's incomplete. They'll try again from the 36 on 2nd and 10.
Hey, 50.
Faking the give to Johnson. Now it's Stafford. Completing it here to Marvin Jones. Marvin Jones. Touchdown, Detroit. Marvin Jones, his 4th touchdown on the year, as his guys are on the board here in this first quarter.
Well, since we don't have a rooting interest in this one, neither one of us wanted to see this one get out of hand too early. Here we are in the first quarter. That was an important response for them to score, already down 21.
Prater for the extra point, and they'll cut the lead to 21-7. After the touchdown, out is Prater to kick. That's fielded in the end zone. And he will be brought down here at about the 17-yard line.
The Redskins take over 1st and 10 at their own 17-yard line.
The Washington offense at the line and ready to roll. And the ledger for them so far looks pretty good, doesn't it?
It certainly does. Touchdown, touchdown, touchdown. Not sure it can be much better than that. They've got to feel very good about the groove that they're in at this stage of the game.
Great way to start the drive. 20 big ones and a first down. And he's over 100 yards now after that last catch. Already, of course, leading the NFL in receiving yardage.
So he's done nothing at all to hurt his cause, to stay in that spot. But I've been so impressed with how he's gotten it done. Body control, route running. How about the way he competes?
Under pressure, and he'll go down. They'll sack him on what ought to be the final play of this first quarter. Trey Flowers in there to get him, and on the season now, that is 9 sacks for him. Got to imagine the pass rush will be equally intense here on 2nd down following the sack. It's 2nd and 18. To the air, Allen. Under pressure again, and down he goes again. Trey Flowers has now recorded 10 sacks on the season.
Okay, let's go back a little bit and see if my schooling comes to the front. What's that old saying? Those who forget the lessons of history are doomed to repeat them. That's the same guy who's gotten back-to-back sacks. I think a double team may be in order.
To the right side and complete to Metcalf. Despite a pickup of 16, they're still well short of the sticks on 4th. Well, there's your leading receiver in the NFL in terms of yardage, putting on another clinic, well over 100 yards.
Are we taking notes? We should be, right? Because I'm going to go back and watch this tape and really enjoy what I'm seeing. The route running, competing for the football, just breaking down a defense.
At their own 16-yard line.
The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. Last time they were out here, they had the benefit of good field position, led to a touchdown. This time, they're going to have to work for it.
They are, but with that last drive that culminated in a touchdown, I think they carry that confidence into this one. It doesn't matter where you start with the football now. They have to feel great about their opportunity.
15 yards is the pickup there, and the drive starting very nicely. First down. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. Out of the gun, Stafford. And oh, look at that, a diving catch. First down, Lions on a pickup of 13.
Well, partner, when you ask anyone other than your QB to throw the ball, you must have a lot of confidence, or you think you're really going to fake them out, and it looks like they did exactly that.
Yeah, going deep in the playbook, and a great grab on the other end. 5 yards is the tally on first down. That brings up 2nd and 5. The first down run got 5. Here's 2nd and 5. Stafford. And his throw's going to be incomplete. Strong safety Landon Collins, the one who got a hand in there, knocked it away.
This defense has been very disruptive early on as they force another one to go awry.
Seems to be the front and the back end. Pass rush, they've been able to get home, and they're taking the ball away in coverage as well.
I love how you put it together. The front and back working in sync. Only way to play good defense.
And they're going to have another first down here as the tackle's made at the Redskins' 38-yard line.
When this offense can get their tight ends involved, they can move the football. Here, a nice route, able to look it in, and picks up the first down.
On first down, Stafford here. And the Redskins do get to him. He goes down for a sack. Matt Ioannidis. He's the one to get him, and that is sack number 7 for him on the year. Sacks a growing theme in this first half. This is 2nd and long.
Watch that end. Tight end's right. Tight end's right. Four there. Alert. Mike 9.
From the 50, Stafford. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off at the 38. And the return comes to a halt right at the 44-yard line.
And that's now the second time he's picked off a pass here in the first half alone. Again, another great read defensively. And you just see him get in the right position to make the play and get his guys the football back.
So after the INT, it's Allen rolling to his right. And he just gets rid of it, throws it away. The wise move there, looked like nobody open, now 2nd down. Just his 2nd incompletion so far. He's 8 for 10. I think he'll take 80%.
There's no doubt that he will, but if you're the defensive play caller, you better circle what you just dialed up on your play sheet and come back to it because you just caused an incompletion. You need a few more of those.
On 2nd down, it's Thompson. And he'll only get a yard, maybe 2, up to the 46.
Well, that's a good start to this drive on the defensive side of the ball.
Force the incompletion on first down. Then you're able to shut down the running play on 2nd.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised now. A little bit of pressure going at the quarterback in an expected passing situation.
They don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway. Throwing is Allen on 3rd. Over the middle, that's caught by Metcalf. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. They give him 27 yards on the 3rd down conversion. And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action. And we'll remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll join Jonathan Coachman and the gang in Orlando. Coach will have stats and scores from the early games going on here around the NFL. Going for it all. Oh, he had 6 points in his hands there. Couldn't hang on. 2nd down. They're going for a receiver there. Already has 1 touchdown in this first half. A 2nd one not to be.
I like where their headspace is, though. I mean, I really like the thought process, right? You got a guy who's already scored 1, right? You want to go back to him, continue the hot hand, and make them adjust to you defensively. I like what they were trying to get done, even though they weren't successful.
Let's go, tackle. Let's go. We got this. We got this.
Allen will try again on 2nd down. And he comes back with 1 complete. And down inside the 15, shy of the 10. And it's going to be another first down as they'll get him to the ground at the Lions' 12-yard line.
Hit the ground, lady. Alert, alert, alert.
On first down, Allen. Oh, and this ball's tipped and intercepted. Picked off by Quandre Diggs. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
This interception will go on the record of the quarterback, but as a receiver, you've got to understand where you are in the field. Middle portion, you know it's going to come in hot. Square your body to the quarterback and be ready to make the catch.
Yeah, he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. So now they have to contend with 2nd and 13 after the first down run goes backwards. Stafford going to give this one off to Johnson. And he'll take this up to about the 7 or 8 yard line. So they get half of what they needed. It'll be 3rd and 6 upcoming.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
The Lions on 3rd down. They've been okay, 2 for 3 thus far. This will be 3rd and 6. Here's Stafford. This is Johnson. He's got it. And he will have the first down here as he's up to the 15. Now a timeout called for by the offense as they'll stop it with a little over 30 seconds to go in the first half of play. Stafford now 6 of 10 in this first half. He's got his guys a first down here. Now Stafford. Screenplay, Johnson. And they'll bring him down here up at about the 22-yard line. The Lions now going to use the second of their timeouts as they'll stop the clock with 24 seconds to go in this first half. 4 receivers in the formation here. 3 to the left, 1 to the right. 2nd and 3. Now it's Stafford. Throwing the out route incomplete. That's Jones. 6 yards the pickup, and that's a first down.
A little football 101 there. You just see the receiver try to run down the defender, meaning he goes right at him and really trying to move him a little bit towards the center of the field so he can put his foot in the ground and break to the out, to the sideline, and make a catch.
You go, set, lady.
Stafford on first down. He's going to let this one go deep. And nearly picked off. Surprising to see a defender of his caliber let it get away. But it does get away, and it's 2nd down. 2nd and 10 now from the 27. Throwing again. Stafford. And he finds Danny Amendola. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. 23 yards the pickup there.
And the Lions first down.
Lady, yellow lady, yellow lady. It's just me and you behind.
On 1st and 10, Stafford. And this will be incomplete. 1 second left to go. Amendola again, the intended receiver. That'll bring up 2nd down. Now, this will probably be the last play of the quarter. The final shot before the break. Stafford. He's going to air one out. And for the 3rd time here in this half, it's intercepted. Picked up by Fabian Moreau. And he returns it here to his own 18-yard line. So we have come to halftime in what's already a 2-touchdown game. As we'll send you down the coast now to Orlando, that's where we find Jonathan Coachman, ready with our EA Sports halftime report. Coach, this will be taken to the back of the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. And 3 interceptions in this game. And I would have to think, I wasn't a quarterback, but number 4 is kind of, oh, you're like, oh, man, I can't throw forward.
No, what's interesting is, what do the coaches decide to do now? Having thrown 3, do you alter your offensive strategy? Do you take the ball out of his hands and maybe turn to the running game? Or do you have that supreme confidence that he's going to turn things around?
We'll see what they do.
2nd and 3 at the 32-yard line.
They'll operate from the 32-yard line here, 2nd and 3.
Hey, D-line, let's get in there. Let's get in there.
They stay on the ground. This time it's Johnson. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. He got maybe a half yard at most, but officially they'll be left with a 3rd and 2.
And it brings up 3rd down.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. Back to throw, Stafford. And he'll find Galladay. That's complete. The 30, past the 20. And he takes this one in for a Lions touchdown. Kenny Galladay, his 3rd touchdown now on the year, as his guys are back within a single score. That's a score you felt they had to have here in the 3rd quarter to get back in this game.
And you know that there's an emphasis on their side. Hey, we know this. We know where we are. But sometimes that binds you up so much that you try too hard, you don't get the score. A perfect combination of urgency, yet relaxed enough to get it done.
That'll be taken in the end zone. And he'll take it back to about the 19-yard line.
The Redskins take over 1st and 10 at their own 19-yard line.
Out there ready for this next drive, the Redskins offense. And there are parts of their last drive they'd like to emulate. And, of course, they'd like to forget the inning, the interception. But they did put together, Charles, a nice sustained drive to get him down the field.
Yeah, and unfortunately for them, the only thing that matters is part two, right? Because once they threw the interception and finished off the drive, that does them no good to go back and say, well, you know, we had a good one going. Finish things off. That's the only way you can get it done.
2nd and 5 after the 5-yard completion on first down. Now Allen, nowhere to escape, and he goes down. They bring Rashawn Melvin on the corner blitz, and he gets there. And they weren't in zone coverage. They were in man, and each man did his job.
And that looked like vintage, old-school coverage, didn't it? Man coverage reminded me of an old Raiders team. They had a Hall of Famer at one corner and a Defensive Player of the Year at the other, and they just locked people down.
Now a deep ball here, hauled in just past the 50. 20. 10, and he is into the end zone for a Washington touchdown. Vernon Davis, 87 yards, and the Redskins are able to stretch the lead out further. This offense, they were dynamic in the first half. The halftime break, that didn't slow them down at all. Big strike here in the third quarter.
It's almost as if they were saying, it's not just our skill in the first half that's getting this done, it's confidence as well. And confidence has taken over this game in a big way. How about these strikes that we're seeing?
That's fielded in the end zone. And in hindsight, probably should have stayed where he was, as he'll only get back to the 16-yard line. The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. They did what they had to do to start this third quarter, went down, got the touchdown to cut the lead, but the matching touchdown a moment ago, and we're right back where we started at halftime.
Yeah, you're exactly right, partner. They had a little bounce in their step after scoring that first touchdown, but the defense gave one up, and that's the problem right now. Can they get better play from their defense while they continue to score on offense?
At the 19-yard line.
The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7.
Switch up, switch up. 40 got, 40 got.
On the toss, here's Johnson. And this one will go to the 28-yard line. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down.
I'm okay with the call there. In fact, I actually like it. I know they're down a couple of scores, but the running game worked in that situation. I would continue to go in that direction.
53, ready. Switch, switch. Big 20. Check 49, check 49.
On first down at Stafford. Throw left side, taken in by Galladay. And he takes it down deep into enemy territory. A big play there on the catch and run. 68 yards. They come up in an offset eye. 1st and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this football game. To throw is Stafford. And he has his receiver. That's Jones. Lions touchdown. Marvin Jones with his 2nd touchdown of the game and 5th on the year, as his guys are back within a single score. Extra point good by Prater. And they're within 7 now at 28-21. After the touchdown, out is Prater to kick. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And he'll get across the 20 before he's brought down at about the 23-yard line. The Washington offense at the line and ready to roll. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
4 yards on that last completion, so that sets up 2nd and 6.
Hey, home. That's track. No. 56. Check. Fresno, go.
To throw, it's Allen. Trying to lay one up deep. And that's caught inside the 30. And he takes it in. Touchdown, Washington. DK Metcalf. His second touchdown of the game, 17th on the year. And the Redskins are able to stretch the lead out further. Extra point good by Hopkins. And the lead now up to 14. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. That'll be taken in the end zone. And the decision to bring it out is going to cost him about 7 yards all told as he's taken down back shy of the 20. The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. I guess they have to feel a little gratified to at least get on the board last time, but still, under a heavy rush, and down he goes. Jonathan Bostic able to get him for a loss of about 3. That's number 4. Sack number 4. They had 4 last week, so he's been down on the ground a lot.
Partner, they say the eye in the sky does not lie. And that's indeed the case because they watched the game tape from the previous week, incorporated into their own defensive scheme, and continued to get after this quarterback.
And now this defense will be searching for sack number 5. They'll wind up losing 7 yards on the play. And they're going to be staring at a 3rd and long here.
Lady, zero. Hey. He's checking.
Play action. Stafford. He's going to look deep down the field. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off at the 30. And his guys will take over at the 30-yard line.
The Redskins take over 1st and 10 at their own 30-yard line.
Out there ready for this next drive, the Redskins offense. They've really distanced themselves. They have put the pedal to the metal, I guess, so to speak.
So definitely have them in the rearview mirror, don't they? I mean, you're exactly right. Being able to string together these drives that end up in points, it's almost like a run in basketball to create that distance, and they're on a really big-time one right now.
It becomes contagious, doesn't it?
It absolutely does, because oftentimes it translates to your defense as well, because they're excited about getting the ball back for their offense that's playing so well.
Well, they are clicking right now. They try to throw on 2nd down, but this one is incomplete. So the incomplete pass on the last play, and that leads us to a 3rd and 3.
Come on, QB, come on. 53 is the mic. 53 is the mic. Let's put him on the buses.
Hey, seam 6.
Mike, 53. 53.
I'm 52. Stay with your man.
Switch it. Come on, switch it.
I'm 52.
From the gun, it's Allen. Wide open receiver complete. And he's out of bounds, but not before a big pickup that time on what's going to wind up being the final play of the 3rd quarter. So now then, the big play has him all the way inside the 30 now, 1st and 10.
Here we go, D.
Hey, Echo.
53, check 53. Hey, let's get that ball, D. Let's get that ball right here.
So the shotgun snap to Allen. To the right side and complete to Metcalf. And they will eventually get him down, but he's inside the 5 all the way to the 3. 25 yards that time. Again, they'll throw with Allen. And this is taken in for a Redskins touchdown. DK Metcalf there to make the grab. And the Redskins are able to stretch the lead out further. The Redskins now going to use the first of their 3 timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. Hopkins with the extra point, and the lead now to 3 touchdowns at 21. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. That's fielded in the end zone. And the decision to bring it out is going to cost him about 7 yards all told as he's taken down back shy of the 20. The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window? And that's caught inside the 35. And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Detroit. Jermaine Kearse, 82 yards. And the Lions are able to cut into this lead.
You've got to understand situational football because they're playing with the lead here late in the ball game. So the back defender has got to be as deep as the deepest receiver. Keep everything in front of you, rally up and make the play.
Yeah, you would think they had the 3-score lead. Now it's down to 2, but 3-score lead here late, that they wouldn't give up a big pass play like that, but they did. After the touchdown, out is Prater to kick. This will be taken to the back of the end zone. And the decision to bring it out is going to cost him about 7 yards all told as he's taken down back shy of the 20. The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. Well, there are 2 scores on the plus side. Still time here in this fourth quarter, but maybe you start thinking about playing keep away?
Yeah, I think here's the situation. You're not thinking touchdowns anymore. You're just thinking first downs. To keep up with your theme there, playing keep away, first downs, they can't touch the ball.
A huge play there for Washington. 53 yards. So that changes things in a big way. Now from all the way down inside the 30, here's 1st and 10. And the Lions pressure too strong. Down he goes. Different story this time around. We had that huge gain followed by a sizable loss here. Now, following the sack, they'll look to make amends on a 2nd down and 17. On play action, Allen. And that one got tipped, kind of threw everything off. It brings up 3rd.
Well, the secondary's really struggled today, but that's a little bit of a measure of revenge, isn't it? And they just followed the basic rules. See ball, knock ball away. Turned into a nice play.
Cannot get away, and down he goes. Trey Flowers racking up sack number 12 for him on the year.
The amount of sacks that they've absorbed in this game is absolutely extraordinary. Let's just face it. This offensive line, flat out, cannot handle this pass rush. It's been demonstrated time and time again.
And now the punter, Tress Way, as he sends this one away. And this ball's going to be down now right at the 10-yard line. Good spot.
Well, someone's going to be happy with that effort. You know who else is going to be happy? His defense.
Absolutely.
He's created a very long field for that offense to try to traverse.
And he got some help from Mr. Football there, checking up nicely. Good English on that punt. And they'll start the drive on the ground with Johnson. And he'll find some room to get this up to about the 14. Yeah, give him 4 yards there. It'll be 2nd and 6.
When we see those runs to the perimeter, when we see those runs to the edge, we think about big breakers, don't we? In this case, it was a modest gain, but it does open up possibilities here on 2nd down.
And they're going to get him behind the line yet again as his nightmare afternoon continues. No gain on the play there, so they're left with a 3rd down and 6.
And it's 3rd down.
50. 80.
Check 56. Check right, check right.
32.
Throwing on 3rd down, Stafford. And that is incomplete. You can tell they were hoping for a flag there offensively. Several on the sideline motioning, hey, why not a penalty? Why not a penalty? What did you see?
Yeah, I think you got to let them play, and the officials are instructed. If there's contact coming from both sides, no flag. Let them fight it out.
And forces 4th down.
54.
Lions go for it on 4th. It's Stafford. And able to catch it, but he's out of bounds. And the throw took him beyond the sideline, and that's going to be a turnover on downs. So now with a 2-minute warning coming up fast, that puts a mammoth dent in their comeback hopes.
I like how you phrased it. It's a dent because there's still opportunity. They've got to get the ball back on defense, obviously twice. But guess what? This thing is not close to being over. They need to go ahead and play it out.
Not over. As you said, 2-score game still. They'll try a little trickery here on the end around. And I think this defense knew what was coming as he is smothered behind the line. That's going to go as a loss of 2, and it'll be 2nd down.
I like the idea to mix it up from time to time because, let's face it, you can't be predictable. But the execution was a little lacking on this one, right? They might want to go back to the drawing board with that call.
They don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway. And intercepted. Maybe the turning point they need. Picked off by Quandre Diggs. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. 2-score game here in the 4th, and that pick, it kind of keeps the door ajar, doesn't it?
It does, and you wonder about their strategy because with a 2-score lead, you'd think maybe just sitting on and trying to drain some clock. It's almost like they felt like, hey, we've got a good cushion. We can keep pressing it. It ended up costing them.
So the Lions in possession of the football as we welcome you back. They've got a 1st and 10 as they search for a late score. High throw, but he makes the catch. The Lions passing game in sync now. They've got another 1st down. Out of the gun, Stafford. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's 2nd down.
It's a lot of contact going on there, and in the end, unable to keep 2 hands on the football and bring it into his body.
Everything looked pretty good until the finish. If you're thinking of a comeback here, you go to 2016. That's when Stafford had an NFL record 8 fourth-quarter comebacks. But last year, despite playing all 16 games, he had 0. Now this throw caught left side. And he gets this one inside the 15, just a yard or 2 shy of the 10. Give him 32 on the play. Stafford now to throw. And this is caught now for a late touchdown. So hold everything here. This one's not over yet. Okay, game on. Don't go anywhere yet. You got a 1-score game now. Probably going to rely on the onside kick coming up.
Yeah, they have to. It's not a high percentage play, but it's better than not having a chance at all. And that's when you put your leapers and your flyers on one side, get that high hop, and hope that one of the guys can come up with it.
And on the other side, get that hands team ready.
No doubt about it.
Well, when you're leading in the 4th quarter, that's not the penalty you want.
Not at all, and now your discipline comes into question. Having poise this stage of the game, you can't have those kind of plays.
After the touchdown, out is Prater to kick. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And he will be brought down here at about the 17-yard line.
The Redskins take over 1st and 10 at their own 17-yard line.
The Washington offense at the line and ready to roll. And this game not quite in hand yet. We'll likely see all 3 timeouts defensively and then reassess where we are. Pretty nice work defensively there on the 1st down run as they hold him to a gain of a couple. The Lions will use the first of their timeouts. as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds left to go in the game. This, in all probability, another run here on 2nd and 8. And Allen is actually going to throw it here. Throw to the right here, taken in by McLaurin. And they'll bring him down at the 27-yard line. That one, a first down pickup of 8.
I think that's a big pickup for a first down because when you run a drag route against zone, you're sometimes asking for trouble because you might run into a defender.
Yeah, well, there they ran into a first down. Executed it to perfection.
Watch the motion. Watch the motion. Hey, zoom.
Mike 51. Mike 51.
Now Allen. Middle of the field, he's got McLaurin. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. And now here comes their final timeout as they take it with 8 ticks remaining.
Hey, Haywood. Pass 85. Pass 85.
Watch the shit.
Allen off the play fake. Oh, he's going to let this go for the end zone. And this will be caught. Well, forget taking the knee. Some late gamesmanship here as they throw for a late touchdown. That's a pretty quick response to that last touchdown drive, and it seemed like they may be giving up momentum. Not so fast.
No, not at all, because they end up pushing the lead up once again, and you're exactly right. Thought momentum might have been shifting. Instead, they grabbed old Mo, didn't let him get to the opposite sideline.